Hello students, welcome to today's class. Today we discuss the topic switch. So you all must have seen switches at your home. So switches are of two types. Single pole switch and double pole switch. A switch is a device which is used to on and off the device. We use a switch to on and off the device. So switches are of two types, single pole and double pole switches. So when you look at a single pole and double pole switch, when we look it from the front or from outside, both of them look similar, no difference. But when you see the back of the switch, so in the case of single pole switch, there are two terminals. And in the case of a double pole switch, there are three terminals at the back of the switch. These terminals are used for connecting the wires. Now we will see with the help of some diagrams how a switch is connected to an appliance and to which wire a switch is connected. Let us see some diagrams. So this is the diagram of a single pole switch and how the single pole switch is connected to the bulb. So this is the front portion of the switch. This is the front portion. At the back of the switch, you can see two terminals. These are the two terminals. A switch is connected with the live wire. This is the live wire and this is the neutral wire. Switch should always connected with the live wire. Then, so you see, here this is a live wire and one terminal of the switch is connected with the live wire. Then from the other terminal, live wire is connected with the one terminal of the holder. Okay, so current passes through the live wire. And on this holder also there are two terminals. One of the terminals of this holder is connected with the live wire and the other terminal of this holder is connected with the neutral wire. So if this holder is connected only with the live wire or only with the neutral wire, it does not work. Both live wire connection and neutral wire connections are necessary. And live wire is carrying the current. Here you can see this switch is in the off position. And when the switch is in the off position, between these terminals there is a gap. And the current is not reaching to the appliance and the appliance won't work. When we on the switch, then these two terminals are internally connected and the current will reach to the appliance and the appliance works. So this way a switch is connected with an appliance. Here the appliance is a bulb. So this is a holder and this bulb is inserted inside the holder. Now we see why the live wire is always connected with the switch. So this is a switch, this is one terminal, this is another terminal. Then live wire is connected with this terminal, then the other end of the live wire is connected with this terminal, and it is connected to one of the terminals of the holder. Then the other terminal of the holder is connected with the neutral wire. So current goes through the live wire. This is the on position of the switch. The switch is on, then the current comes through the live wire, it goes through the bulb and the bulb goes. In this direction the current flows. The neutral wire is also connected to maintain the potential difference. Live wire is at high potential and neutral wire is at a low potential or zero potential. So there is a potential difference between the live wire and the neutral wire. So the flow of current will continuously take place. So this is the way in which the switch is connected. This is the off position of the switch. Off position. The switch is off. The current comes through the live wire. So current comes up to here. Now the switch is off. So the current is not reaching to the bulb. And if you touch on the bulb, no shock will be there, because there is no electricity on the bulb. This is the off position of the switch. Now we see what would happen if the switch is connected with the neutral wire. What would happen if the switch is connected with the neutral wire? Here this is the live wire and this is the neutral wire, and you can see switch is connected on the neutral wire, and this is the on position of the switch. The circuit is complete. There is no gap in the circuit. So the current comes through the live wire and goes through the neutral wire. So the circuit is complete and the bulb glows. This is the on position. Now you see the off position of the switch. In this case the switch is off. So the circuit is incomplete. Circuit is incomplete. So the bulb won't glow. But even though the switch is off, then what would happen if we touch on the bulb? You see, here the switch is off and the bulb doesn't glow. Now see, current comes through the live wire. So current comes to the bulb. Switch is off and the bulb is not glowing since the circuit is incomplete. But in this case, if you touch on the bulb for any case, then since there is current on the bulb, here you can get a shock on touching the bulb. This is this thing can happen if a switch is connected to the neutral wire. So never connect the switch on the neutral wire. If you connect a switch on the neutral wire, even if the switch is off, the appliance won't work. But if you touch on the appliance, we can get electric shock since current is there on the appliance. Then now we see when we handle a switch, what all safety measures are to be taken. A switch should never be touched with wet hands. If water reaches the live wire, it forms a conducting layer between the hand and the live wire of the switch, due to which a current passes to the hand through it and the person may get a severe electric shock. So this is the safety precaution which you have to take while using a switch. Now we see staircase wiring. So in staircase wiring we use double pole switch. So dual switches. So dual switch means by using two switches we can on and off the same device. So how the connection is given in the case of a double pole dual switch in stair, or how staircase wiring is done. You see the diagram. So this is the back part of a double pole switch. Then here a bulb is there. So this is a bulb, and you know there are two wires, neutral wire and live wire. So neutral wire is connected directly to the holder. So this neutral wire is directly connected, and there are at the back. If you see the front part of a single pole switch and double pole switch, both look same. But I draw the back portion of the switch where the terminals can be seen. So in the case of a double pole switch, at the back there are three terminals. Then how the connection is given? These upper terminals are connected each other with a connecting wire. The upper terminals are connected each other with a connecting wire, and the lower terminals are also connected each other with a connecting wire. Then here live wire is there. Then live wire is connected to the middle terminal of one of the switches. I will write these terminals as A, B, C. A, B, C. So this is switch S1, this is switch S2. So live wire is connected to the middle terminal of switch 2, and from the middle terminal of switch 1, connection is given to the other terminal of the holder. This way connection is given. So this is the off position. This is the off position of switch S1 and S2. Both the switches are in the off position and the bulb does not glow. You can see current is coming through the live wire. Current is coming through the live wire. So current reaches up to here. Current reaches up to here. But it is not reaching here. There is a gap between B and C. There is a gap between B and C, and the current is not reaching to the bulb, and the bulb doesn't glow. Now suppose that we have to on switch S1, then we will press the switch S1. When we press switch S1, then the connection AB will change to BC. AB changes to BC. Now you can see current reaches to the bulb and the bulb glows. This is the on position of switch S1. Now let us see the on position of switch S2. So we will pass the switch S2, then connection BC will change to AB. Connection BC changes to AB. Now again you see the current reaches to the appliance and the bulb glows. So this way the connection is given in the case of a dual switch, or this way connection is given in staircase wiring. Now let us see how local earthing is done. How a local earthing is done. It is a safety measure. So let us see this local earthing with the help of a diagram. So this is the diagram showing how local earthing is done. So local earthing is done in the house near the kilowatt hour meter. For this purpose, a hole 2-3 meter deep is dug in the ground. Here the hole is dug in the ground. Then a copper rod covered by a hollow insulating pipe is inserted in the hole. Inside this, here 2-3 meter deep hole is there, and inside this hole a copper rod is put. A thicker copper plate of dimensions usually 50 cm into 50 cm is welded at the lower end of the copper rod, and it is buried inside the ground. The plate, this copper plate, is surrounded by a mixture of charcoal and salt. Copper plate, it is surrounded by a mixture of charcoal and salt. Then, to keep the ground damp, water is poured through the pipe from time to time. This forms a conducting layer between the plate and the ground. The upper end of the copper rod, is joined with a copper wire. So you can see here, the upper end of the copper plate, that is connected with a copper wire, and this copper wire is connected to the kilowatt hour meter. So this is the diagram which is showing how the local earthing is done. Then safety by the local earthing. It is due to some reasons such as short circuiting and excessive current flows through the live wire. It will pass to earth through the earth wire if there is local earthing. Otherwise, the line wires may get overheated and it may cause fire. If there is any problem like short circuiting and all, then that excess current can go to the earth through this earth connecting wires, and it can save the whole house wiring. Now you see how the earthing of an appliance is done. So this is the element of an appliance. So this element of the appliance. So this is the live wire. When with this live wire, the fuse is connected. After fuse, there is a switch, and after that, that live wire connection is given to one end of the element, and the other end of the element is connected to the neutral wire. So current goes through the live wire. Now current will come like this, and it will go through the element, and the appliance works. So this is the outer case or outer case of the appliance. This is the outer case of the appliance. And in the case of this appliance, the earthing is done with the outer case. This is the earth wire. So you can see. So we are this is the outer case, and this is the earth wire. Earth wire is connected with the outer case. Now the next one is 3-pin plug. This is the diagram of a 3-pin plug. So this is the earth pin, live pin, and neutral pin. Earth, live, and neutral. Then you can see this earth pin is made longer and thicker. Earth pin is made longer and thicker. So earth pin is made longer so that the earth connection is made first. Then this earth pin is made thicker so that it won't go to the live or neutral hole. This is the reason, and this is the diagram of a 3-pin plug. So this is the diagram of a socket. So you can see there are 3 holes. So in all these cases, behind, this is the front part of the socket. Behind it, at the back, there are terminals, which is not seen from outside, but behind it, terminals are there, connections are given to the terminals. So this middle hole, that is connected with the earth. Then right side one hole for connecting the live, and the left side one for connecting the neutral wire. So this is the connection of a socket. For identifying live, neutral and earth wire, we are using different color of insulation. According to the old color coding, red insulation was used for live wire, black for neutral and green for earth. According to the new color coding, brown insulation is used for live, light blue is used for neutral, and green or yellow is used for earth. Next topic is high tension wire. High tension wire. The high tension wires are the wires which are used for carrying heavy current. So high tension wires are made by twisting a number of thin wires. So high tension wires are thick. They have large area of cross section. Since its area cross section is large, they have low resistance. They have low resistance, and since their resistance is low, they are good conductors of electricity. So high tension wires are the wires which are used to carry heavy current. They are made by twisting the thin wires. They are very thick and they have low resistance and good conductor of electricity. Then some of the safety precautions which we have to take. So we don't touch the switch with wet hand, because water can form a conductive layer between the live wire and the hand, so we can get electric shock. Earthing should be done. If local earthing is done, if there is due to any problem, then that heavy current can go to the earth and it can save the electric circuit. And always we have to use good quality wires, and whenever we do connections, always the connections must be tight. Loose connections can cause sparking. Okay, and when we remove the insulation, always it should be covered with some insulation tape. Otherwise, this live wire and neutral wire can come in contact and short circuiting can occur. So these are safety precautions you have to take. So today we have discussed all these topics. So in this next class we will see a new topic.